Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
How's it going?
Pretty good. My name is Lena Ellis. I'm a computer programmer. I live in LA.
I'm Nick Wilson. I'm a freshman at Chicago University. My major is history. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later.
Okay, see you.
Take it easy.
You too.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, John. How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Busy. I've been working a lot these days.
What do you do?
I'm a nurse.
That's interesting. Where do you work?
I work at the city hospital.
Do you like your job?
I love it. What do you do?
Not much these days. I'm looking for a job.
What kind of job are you looking for?
I'd like to work as a computer programmer.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Hi, Nancy. What are you doing?
I'm sending an email to a friend.
Do you use email often?
Every day. How about you?
Me too. I also surf the net for news and sports.
The internet is great, isn't it?
It sure is. Hey, Nancy, would you do me a favor? I want to check my email too.
No problem. I'll be finished in about 5 minutes.
Thanks. Hello, I'm Mike Quinlan.
Nice to meet you, Mike. My name is Sally Stewart.
It's a pleasure.
Where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. How about you?
I'm from Vancouver, Canada.
What are you doing in the United States?
I'm traveling on business.
I'm a little nervous about meeting Cynthia tonight.
Who is Cynthia?
She is my blind date.
Oh, I can see why you might be nervous.
Yeah, I want to make a good first impression. Any advice?
Just be yourself and try to be polite.
But how should I start the conversation? What should I say?
Ask her about her job and her interests.
Are you Amelia Katz?
Yes, I am. You must be Hal Johnson.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too.
I thought Larry Jones would be with you.
Oh, yes. Larry is running a little late. He'll be here shortly.
I see. Shall we have a coffee while we wait?
That sounds nice.
Your name, please.
My name is Linda Johnson.
And what do you do, Linda?
I'm a high school history teacher.
That's interesting. Where are you from?
I'm from Orlando, Florida.
I see. And why do you want to start selling ice cream?
Well, I have spare time this summer. I'd like to make some extra money. Hi, Steve. How's it going? You look nervous.
Hi, Kelly. I'm about to meet Dr. Simmons.
Our biology professor? What for?
I'm not doing well in that class. I want to drop it.
What's the big deal?
I've never done this before. What should I say?
Just tell her the truth. I'm sure you're not the first student to drop her class.
Good point. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'll be your waitress today. Can I get you something to drink?
Yes, 3 coffees, please.
3?
Yeah, my friends should be here any minute.
Okay, I see. 3 coffees then. Anything to eat?
No, nothing to eat. Just the coffees, please.
Okay, 3 coffees coming up. Milk and sugar?
I'm not sure. Could you bring some on the side?
Sure thing.
Thank you. Hello, Speedy Deliveries. This is Jason speaking.
Hi, this is Margaret from Comtex. I have a question. How long would it take to ship a large box to Singapore?
Our Asian connections have just been improved. Now shipments to Singapore only take 3 weeks.
Great. And how much would that cost?
Let's see. That would be $120 per 100 pounds.
Not bad. So if the shipment leaves today, it will arrive in 3 weeks?
That's right.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. How many people are in your family?
There are 4 of us.
I'm the middle child. I have an older sister and a younger brother. There are only 3 of us. My father, my mother, and me. I'm an only child. Which year were you born?
In 1942.
When's your birthday?
On April 12th.
How old is your brother?
He's 25. So, where are you from?
I was born in California, but I live in Seattle.
Can I ask you about your family?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have an older brother and a younger sister.
How old are they?
My brother's 33 and my sister's 12.
I see. And which year were you born?
In 1991. How about you?
I was born in 1991, too.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Nope. I'm an only child.
When is your birthday?
March 31st. When's yours?
June 11th. You're 3 months older than me. Hey, Linda, how large is your family?
I have a big family. There are 7 of us.
Wow. How many brothers do you have?
2. How large is your family?
There are 4 of us.
Do you have a brother or a sister?
A brother. He's younger than I am.
Do you get along with him?
Yeah, but sometimes I wish I was an only child. Hi, Sue. What are you doing?
Hey, David. I'm making a birthday card.
Who's it for?
My sister.
When is her birthday?
It's the day after tomorrow.
How old is she going to be?
She'll be 12.
How come you never make me a birthday card?
Well, when is your birthday?
On February 28th.
Okay, I'll make you a card next year.
Leslie, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
That's a big family. Are you the oldest?
Well, I'm the oldest girl. How large is your family?
There are 5 of us.
It sounds like you have brothers or sisters, too.
Right. I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Oh, so you're the middle child.
Yep, I'm right in the middle. So, tell me a little bit about your family.
I have a big family. There are 10 of us.
Wow. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters.
How old are they?
4 are older and 3 are younger. I'm the middle child.
Interesting. And which year were you born?
In 1993.
How large is your family, Mel?
It's not very big. There are only 4 of us.
Let's see. Mom, Dad, you, and a brother?
No, an older sister, Jen.
How old is Jen?
She's 17.
And how old are you?
I'm 14. Hi, Tad. What are you doing here?
Hey, Betty. I'm looking for a birthday present.
Whose birthday is it?
My friend Matt's. His birthday is on Friday.
Really? My friend Mandy's is the same day.
Great. Why don't you shop with me?
Okay. How old is Matt going to be?
18. How about Mandy?
First, I'll need some information about your family.
Okay. What would you like to know?
How many people are in your family?
There are 6 of us.
All right. And do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 2 older brothers and a younger sister.
Okay. How old are they?
My brothers are 26 and 28, and my sister's 16.
Great. Now, how old are you?
I'm 20. Hello, is Tally Pentler there?
This is she.
I'm from Timco, and we're taking a poll.
I see. What are you asking about?
We're collecting information about families. How large is yours?
There are 7 of us. We have 5 children.
Great. And how old are your children, please?
What time does class start?
It starts at 9 o'clock. What classes are you taking?
Chemistry, English, and math.
When is the homework due?
It's due on Monday. Where do you usually study?
In the library or at home? How often do you practice? Usually twice a week. How long does the exam take?
About 90 minutes.
Can I borrow a pen?
Yes, here you go.
Can you help me out?
Sure. What do you need? Could you help me with this question? Okay. What's the problem? Excuse me, can you help me out? Sure. What do you need? Thanks. I'm a new student here and I can't find my classroom. What class are you looking for? Math. It's in room 102. Where is that? Hey, we're in the same class. We can go together. Thanks. Oh, I'm Lynn. Hi, I'm Lee. Nice to meet you. By the way, how long does math class last? Every class lasts 50 minutes. Then we have a 10-minute break. Are you in any clubs? I'm on the soccer team and in the school band. Oh, I'm in the band too. When do we practice? Practice starts at 3:30 in the auditorium and lasts until 5. Where's the auditorium? I'll show you later. Oh, hey, we'd better get to class. It starts in 5 minutes. I can't believe it's the first day of school again.
I know. Summer went by so quickly. How's your schedule for this semester?
Let's see. First period is chemistry, then history, then music.
What time do you have lunch?
My lunch is from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. How about you? What are you taking?
I'm taking geometry, physics, English, French, and my lunch is at noon.
What time is your English class?
My schedule says it starts at 1 o'clock. The teacher is Mr. Brown.
Uh-oh. I've heard that Mr. Brown gives really difficult tests and lots of homework.
You're kidding. I think I'm ready for summer vacation already.
Hey, Mike. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Oh, hey, Gina. I've been really busy lately.
Really? What's going on?
I'm in the orchestra, and we have a big concert next week.
You must be practicing hard. How often do you practice?
I have practice every day until 8 o'clock, so I don't get home until almost 9.
So that's why you look so tired.
Yeah, and I have to wake up at 5:30 for swimming practice.
Wow. So when do you have time to study? Hey, can you help me out?
Sure. What do you need?
Could you help me carry this equipment to the baseball field?
No problem. It looks pretty heavy. By the way, how's the baseball team doing?
We're doing pretty well this year. We won our first 3 games.
Hey, that's really good. I wish our basketball team would win for a change.
What do you mean?
We're terrible. We've lost every single game this year.
Okay, we're here. Can you put the bag down on the ground over there?
Sure. Well, good luck with the game on Saturday.
Thanks. You too.
Hey, what are you doing on Friday?
I don't have any plans yet. What's up?
Do you want to go see the new Brad Pitt movie?
Oh, I saw that 2 weeks ago.
Well, what do you want to see?
I heard the new comedy with Queen Latifah is pretty good.
Okay, let's see that. It probably starts at 7 o'clock, so I'll pick you up at 6:30. Good morning, Central High School.
Hi, this is Linda Marino. My son Jose is a freshman at your school.
Yes, Mrs. Moreno. How can I help you this morning?
I'm calling to let you know that my son is sick today, so he won't be going to school.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Could you please let his teachers know?
Yes, we'll inform them that Jose won't be in class today.
Also, his friend Emily will pick up his homework assignments for him.
Okay, ma'am. I hope your son feels better tomorrow.
Thank you. Tim, could you come here for a second?
Yes, Mrs. Phillips.
I'd like to talk to you about your grade in this class.
I know I'm not doing very well, but...
You haven't done your homework this week, and you look very tired in class.
I'm sorry. I've been studying late at night, so I'm a little tired in the morning.
You should start getting more sleep. I want you to concentrate in my class.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do my best.
Jason, can I borrow your eraser?
Sure. Here, you can keep it.
Thanks. How did you do on the test last week?
Not so good. Think I failed it.
Why? Didn't you study?
Of course I did. I studied for about an hour.
Only an hour? You'd better get it together and work harder. The semester ends soon.
I know. It ends next month. Then summer vacation starts.
By the way, did you write your essay?
Essay? We have an essay? When is it due?
Are you kidding? It's due today. Care for some hot chocolate?
Yes, please. I love sweet things.
Would you like some tea?
Okay, but I prefer coffee.
I'd like steak tonight.
I'd rather have chicken. This cake is my specialty. It's made of flour, sugar, and chocolate.
I love to cook steamed eggs. I use sesame oil and soy sauce. Does this pie taste okay?
It's good, but it's a bit too sweet.
How's that soup? It's spicy. This dinner is super.
Yes, it's delicious.
How do you like the fries?
They're a bit too salty. Jennifer, that dinner was delicious.
Thank you. Can I get you some coffee?
Thanks, but I prefer tea.
No problem. So the chicken was okay? It wasn't too salty?
No, it was great. I liked the sauce you cooked it in. How did you make it?
I used some sesame oil and a little soy sauce.
Oh, I see.
Here's your tea and some cake for dessert.
Wow, this cake is fantastic. What's it made of?
It's made of flour, sugar, eggs, and dark chocolate.
It's really sweet. You're a super cook, Jennifer. Hey, Claudia, I bought you something.
Really? What is it?
Here you are. It's a box of chocolates.
Thanks, Abraham. You know I have a sweet tooth. You really shouldn't have.
It's my pleasure. Bob told me about your sweet tooth.
It's terrible, really. I eat too much sugar. Here, would you like one?
No, thanks. I don't care for sweet things.
Yum! These are really delicious.
I think I'll have a T-bone steak. What are you going to have?
That looks good. But I'd rather have the flank steak.
Okay. 1 T-bone and 1 flank. How would you like yours cooked?
Well done is good.
I'll have mine medium.
Should we get some red wine to drink?
I prefer white wine, if that's okay. Red wine's too sweet.
All right, let's get white. Wow, this dish is great, Christopher.
Thanks, Isabel. Do you really like it?
You bet. What's it made of?
There's carrots, broccoli, asparagus, and vinegar. And I mixed in some basil and chopped nuts.
It's delicious. Can I have the recipe?
Sure. I'll write it down for you. It's really simple.
How long did you cook it for?
Only 20 minutes. This is delicious. What's in it?
Lots of good stuff. There's noodles and vegetables and soy sauce and sesame oil.
There must be some red peppers, too. It's kind of spicy.
Yeah, there are. Do you like spicy food?
It's okay if it's not too spicy.
Do you want to visit my brother after dinner?
I'd rather go to a movie. We can see your brother another time.
All right.
Sarah, this is fantastic banana cream pie.
Thank you. It was easy to make. Would you like the recipe?
Yes, please. What ingredients did you use?
I used bananas, fresh cream, flour, and a touch of honey.
Honey? Really? I guess that's what makes it taste so sweet.
Yeah, honey's the secret ingredient.
Hey, could I please have one more piece?
Wow, you've got quite a sweet tooth tonight. Let's have the pad see ew.
I'd rather have the pad thai.
Okay, I'll try pad thai. Is it spicy?
You can get it mild, medium, or hot. I like mine hot and spicy.
I like mine mild.
Okay then, 2 pad thais. Do you want iced coffee to drink?
No, I prefer iced tea.
All right, we're ready to order.
Okay, we've got broccoli, asparagus, and vinegar. What else do we need?
Let me see the recipe again. Oh, yeah, we need a half cup of soy sauce.
Here you go.
Do we have any sesame seeds?
I think so, if I can find them. Yeah, here they are.
Great.
Do we need any more ingredients?
Well, you want it mild, medium, or spicy?
I like it medium.
Okay, then let's add a couple of red peppers. They're in the fridge. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'd like a New York steak, medium well.
New York steak. Very good. And you, sir? I'll have a T-bone. Well done. And a chef salad. All right. Would you like something to drink?
Could I have a glass of red wine, please?
Certainly. And you? I would like a beer. What time is it?
It's 2:30.
Could you tell me the time?
Yes, it's 10 till 9.
What time will you meet her?
At 6:30. What day of the week is it?
It's Monday. When was your birthday?
It was on the 1st of the month.
What's today's date?
It's May 26th.
How long was the meeting?
It was 2 hours. How long does it take to get there?
It takes 30 minutes. What's today's date?
It's August 10th.
Uh-oh. I forgot to send a birthday card to my sister.
When's her birthday?
It's on the 12th.
Oh, that's soon. You should send it today.
What time does the post office close today?
I think it closes at noon.
What? Why does it close so early?
Probably because it's Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's too late then.
But it's only 11:45.
I know, but it takes 30 minutes to get to the post office from here.
What time is it?
It's almost 5.
Great! It's almost time to go home. Why don't we go get some dinner?
I'd love to, but I still have some work to finish.
How much longer do you think it'll take?
Probably a few more hours.
Really? Okay then, how about tomorrow?
Sure, that's fine. I'll be free anytime after 4.
Let's meet at 5 then. Hi, Terence. Wow, you look really tired.
Yeah, I am. I hardly got any sleep last night.
What time did you go to bed?
Around 6 in the morning. Then I got up at 9.
Why? Did you have trouble falling asleep?
No, I had to finish the paper for history class.
You wrote it all last night?
Yes, it took about 5 hours to finish it.
Well, it's good you wanted to finish it early, I guess.
Then I got up at 9.
Why? Did you have trouble falling asleep?
No, I had to finish the paper for history class.
You wrote it I'm going on a ski trip with some friends. Would you like to come too?
Maybe. How long is the trip going to be?
We'll be gone for 5 days.
Sounds good. How are you going to get there?
We're traveling by bus. It's a lot cheaper than flying.
How long does it take to get there?
It is kind of long. It takes 1 full day.
So we'll need 2 days just for traveling.
That's right.
Let me think about it. Which one should we go to?
Well, it's showing at 12:30, at 2 o'clock, and at 4:15.
Is that it?
Well, there's also one at 6, but I figure that's too late.
Why do you think so?
Because I have to wake up early tomorrow morning.
Oh. Well, we can go to the one at 4:15 if you'd like.
Sure. If you don't mind, of course.
Did you go to the meeting yesterday?
Yes, how about you? I didn't see you there.
I couldn't make it. Did they mention when the next one is?
Actually, it's tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Great. Are you going?
No, it's not a required meeting, and I've got a lot of work to do.
Oh, I see.
But could you let me know if they mention the Christmas party?
Sure. It should be coming up pretty soon.
Well, let me know if you find out when it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. When is spring break this year?
I think it's the second week of March.
Really? Would you like to go to California this time?
I'd love to, but won't the airline prices be too expensive?
You're right. They probably will be more expensive during spring break.
Why don't we drive to Virginia Beach instead?
That's a good idea. How long does it take to get there?
Usually about 3 hours.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
Okay, let's plan on that. Isn't your birthday coming up soon?
It sure is. How'd you know?
Your sister told me. When is it exactly?
The 18th. It's tomorrow.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you before.
Don't worry about it. Are you planning anything special?
Yeah, I'm having a party at my house. Would you like to come?
When is it? I have to work until 7 tomorrow.
It starts at 9.
Great. I'll see you there. Hey, Sarah, you know what? My parents are coming into town tomorrow.
That's great, Sam.
Would you like to meet them? We can go to dinner together.
That's a great idea, but I don't think I can make it.
Why not? I thought you finished work early on Fridays.
Actually, this time I have to go to a meeting.
Well, we can go after your meeting. When is it going to finish?
I'm not sure, but I think it's going to finish really late.
Oh, well, maybe next time.
Excuse me, how do I get to the subway station?
Go straight for 3 blocks.
What side of the street is it on? It's on the right side.
Where should I turn for the supermarket?
Turn left at the intersection. Is it far from here to the airport?
No, not very. How far is it to the museum?
It's about 3 kilometers. Excuse me, is the bookstore on 2nd Street?
No, it's on 3rd Street.
Is the middle school on Elm Street?
Yes, it's opposite the park. Is the zoo on 1st Street or Main?
It's on the corner of 1st and Main.
Excuse me, could you help me?
Sure. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for the Miners Theater.
That's on the corner of 5th and Main.
Is it far from here?
No. Go straight down this road for 3 blocks.
Okay.
Then turn left at the intersection onto 5th Street.
Left at the intersection, on to 5th?
Yes, the theater will be 1 block down on the right.
Go 3 blocks and turn left, then 1 block down?
That's right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Does this bus go to Seoul Station?
No, it doesn't. It goes to Cheil University.
Do you know which bus goes to Seoul Station?
The number 12 bus, I think.
How far is it from here to the station?
It's about 2 kilometers.
Is the station far from the airport?
Not very far. About 5 kilometers, I think.
I see. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Excuse me.
Yes.
Is there a parking lot near here?
Yes, there is. It's on 2nd Avenue.
Could you give me directions, please?
Sure. Turn right at the first intersection. It's on the left.
On the left. How far down?
About a block. It's opposite the park.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Excuse me, how can I get downtown from here?
You could go by bus or by taxi.
Is it far from here?
Yes, a bit far. It's about 10 kilometers.
How often do the buses run? Do you know?
Yes, every 15 minutes.
How long does it take?
About 20 minutes by bus.
Where is the nearest bus stop?
It's 1 block down on Bell Street.
I can't figure this out.
Well, it looks like it's on Cotton Avenue.
Yes, but how do we get there from Time Street?
It seems like we should turn left at Pine.
Yeah, and then right onto Hodson Road.
Yes, but Hodson doesn't connect with Cotton.
Look, it doesn't seem to be very far from here.
Let's go back to High Street and ask for directions.
Does this bus go to the university?
No, it doesn't. It goes downtown.
Do you know which one goes to the university?
I think it's number 28.
Is the university far from here?
It's about, 6 kilometers.
Is it on Monson Street?
Yeah, on the corner of Monson and 9th.
Okay, Monson and 9th. Thank you.
No problem. Is there a supermarket near here?
Yes, there's one on Cottage Street.
Could you give me directions?
Turn left at the intersection and go straight 3 blocks.
3 blocks?
Yeah, it's on the right, next to the bookstore.
Next to the bookstore?
Yep, next to the bookstore and opposite the museum.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, Paul. How was your trip?
Horrible. I got lost downtown and missed the meeting.
What happened?
Well, I thought the convention center was on Pine Street.
Oh, no, it's on Pike.
Yeah, but I found that out too late.
Didn't you get directions before you left?
Yes, but I wrote Pine instead of Pike.
Did you finally find the convention center?
Yes, but the meeting was over. Hello, this is John speaking.
Hi, John. This is Heidi. I was wondering if you could do me a favor?
Sure, Heidi. I'd be glad to.
I'm looking for a hotel near the Boston airport.
The Red Dot is a 5-star hotel.
How far is it from the airport?
Not far at all. It's practically right next door.
Where did you go?
To Paris and Rome. How was your trip?
It was great.
What did you do?
Mostly sightseeing. Have you ever been to Thailand?
No, not yet. Have you gone there before?
Once, in 1996.
How was the food?
A little too spicy.
What did you think of the Taj Mahal?
It was magnificent.
What was Bangkok like?
It was noisy and crowded.
How was your trip?
It was great.
Where did you go?
I went to Singapore for the weekend.
That sounds fun. What did you do?
I did a lot of sightseeing.
How was the food?
I loved it. I tried something different every night.
What was the weather like?
It was really hot. I should have taken more shorts.
What did you think of the city?
Oh, it's clean and modern. The beaches are beautiful.
Have you gone there before?
No, this was my first time.
Hi. How was your trip to Canada?
It was terrific. I really enjoyed it.
Great. How long were you gone?
I was there for about 6 months.
That's a long time. Was the weather okay?
Yes, most of the time.
What was the best thing about your trip?
Oh, that's difficult to say. But I guess I liked the Rocky Mountains the best. How did you spend last weekend, Ken?
I went for a drive in the country on Sunday.
That sounds nice. Where did you go?
I drove along the coast to Busan. I had a great time. How about you? Did you do anything special?
Not really. I just worked on my term paper.
That's too bad. Maybe we can do something together next weekend. Transnational Airlines, may I help you?
Yes, I'd like to book a flight to Los Angeles for this Saturday.
What time would you like to leave?
Could you tell me when the earliest flight leaves?
The earliest flight is at 7 in the morning.
Oh, I see. Can I reserve a seat?
Yes. Would you like economy or first class?
Economy, please.
That's really magnificent, isn't it?
It sure is. The whole city is.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Have you been here before?
No, how about you?
Once, about 10 years ago. It's changed since then.
What do you think is the biggest change?
The number of tourists. It's more crowded now.
Really? It must have been nice back then.
It was. It's nice now too, though. Hey, Sandy, where have you been?
I was on vacation. I just got back.
Oh, yeah? Where did you go?
I went to Australia with my family.
Cool. What did you do there?
All kinds of things. We went surfing, we fed kangaroos, and we went to the Great Barrier Reef.
What did you think of the reef?
It was absolutely awesome. So beautiful and so many different fish. Hey, Lance, have you ever been to Thailand?
Yeah, a couple of times.
What was it like?
Well, the beaches in the south were clean and sandy, and the jungles in the north were hot and lush.
What did you think of Bangkok?
It's a great city. There's lots to do, but it's crowded.
I'd like to go there next summer. Should I book a ticket now?
Yes, that's probably a good idea. I heard that Diane is going to Paris next month.
Yeah, lucky girl. I wish I could go with her.
Me too. I'm lucky if I can afford to see a movie.
Have you ever been out of the country?
Nope. Have you?
I went to Mexico one time, to Cabo San Lucas.
What was that like?
Oh, it was so great. Warm sun, sandy beaches. I miss it.
Man, I never get to go anywhere. Hello, Eagle Airlines. Spencer speaking.
Yes, I'd like to book a flight to Madrid for the 16th.
Madrid on the 16th. Which flight would you like?
The earliest one, please.
That leaves at 5:45 a.m.
Okay. Can I reserve a seat?
First class or economy?
What kind of weather do you like?
I like sunny days. What's the weather like?
It's cloudy and cold.
Let's go for a walk.
No, it's too hot and humid. Is it going to rain today?
It looks like it. How's the weather?
It's nice and cool.
How's the weather going to be today?
It looks like snow.
Is it going to cool off soon?
No, it's going to stay warm.
Will it be cold this weekend?
Yes, it'll be freezing.
What's the weather like?
It's still raining, dark and cloudy.
Did you hear the weather report?
Yes, they said it won't clear up until tomorrow.
That's too bad. I don't like rainy days.
Really? Why not?
I think they're boring. There's nothing to do.
So, what kind of weather do you like?
Warm and sunny, of course.
That's okay, but I hate hot and humid weather.
Me too. That's almost as bad as rain.
So, do you want to go out?
No, let's just stay home and watch TV.
That's a good way to spend a rainy day. The weather is so nice today.
Yeah, there's hardly a cloud in the sky.
Even though it's sunny, it's really mild, too.
And there's only a slight breeze.
It's been so rainy this week. I'm glad it's finally cleared up.
Me too. This is perfect weather for going outside.
Right. It might not be so bright and clear tomorrow.
I'd love to go swimming or just take a walk.
It's too bad we have to stay inside.
Oh well, time to get back to work. Are you ready to go?
Yes, almost. By the way, what's it like outside?
It looks pretty overcast.
What's the temperature?
I'll check the thermometer. It says 85 degrees.
I didn't realize it was that warm. I'd better take off this sweater.
We should probably bring umbrellas too.
Did the weather report say it was going to rain?
I didn't hear it. It's really cloudy though.
Okay, better safe than sorry. Are you looking forward to winter break?
Of course. I can't wait to go skiing.
Me too. I hope there's going to be enough snow.
I heard it's supposed to get a lot colder next week.
Really? How long is it supposed to last?
The weather report said that it would stay below freezing for a few weeks.
That's good news. There'll definitely be a lot of snow.
Don't be too excited. You never know how the weather will turn out.
Thanks for coming with me today.
Of course. I'm glad to be outside for a change.
I really love days like this.
Me too. I always look forward to this time of year.
It's cool, but clear and sunny as well.
And I finally get to wear my new sweater.
We should do this again before it gets too cold.
Yeah, it'll start snowing by next month probably.
I can't stand this weather.
What's wrong? It's great.
Are you kidding? It's so hot and humid.
What's wrong with that? I love hot weather.
When it's like this, I don't want to do anything.
Not me. I think it's great to go swimming on days like this.
Well, I like cool and cloudy days myself.
Isn't that sort of boring?
No way. Mild weather makes me comfortable.
I like it too, but hot weather is better.
Wow, it's really snowing outside. I'd better wear a coat.
Are you sure you want to go out?
Well, I don't want to miss class.
But it's snowing so hard. It's practically a blizzard.
I haven't heard anything about class being canceled.
Even if it's not, I think the weather's too bad to drive or even walk.
Maybe you're right. I don't want to have an accident.
Right. And the temperature's supposed to drop even more in the afternoon.
And I thought this winter was going to be mild.
Oh well. Better get used to snow and ice.
The weather's going to be bad this summer.
Why? What's it going to be like?
First of all, it's going to be much hotter than usual.
That doesn't sound very good.
Yes, and there's also going to be a lot of rain.
Really? That's going to make it really humid, won't it?
Right, and it's probably going to last until October.
That sounds almost as bad as last year.
It might even stay above 100 degrees for a month.
Looks like I'd better fix my air conditioner. It's freezing today.
I know. It must be below zero outside.
And it's so overcast. Nothing but gray clouds.
Yeah, it seems like it's been this way for weeks.
It would be nice if it would snow, but there's been nothing so far.
Well, what about today?
I don't know. I didn't hear the weather report. What do you do in your free time?
I enjoy playing golf.
What do you like to do?
I like reading and hiking.
What kinds of movies do you like?
I like action movies the most. How often do you go dancing?
Once or twice a month. How many times have you visited Canada?
3 times. Can you play tennis? Yes, but I'm not very good.
Are you good at skiing?
No, I'm terrible. How well can you play guitar? I can play pretty well. It's such a beautiful day today.
Yes, I'm glad we have some free time to enjoy it.
Have you ever come out here before?
Sure, I come to the lake a lot.
Really? How often?
Usually twice a month if I have time.
Wow, you must really like boating.
That's right. I enjoy it very much. It's so relaxing.
I agree. Actually, this is my first time to go boating here.
What? You mean you've never come here before?
No, never. I think I've only gone boating 3 times in my life.
Well, I hope you know how to swim.
Don't worry, I'm an excellent swimmer.
Good. Then you can save me if I fall in.
You're joking, right? You must be a great swimmer, too.
The truth is, I'm just a beginner.
What do you usually do in your spare time, Keith?
Oh, I probably read more than anything else.
What sorts of things do you like to read?
All kinds, but I really like novels.
Who's your favorite novelist?
I think Hemingway is the best.
I like him, too. Which of his books have you read?
I've read A Farewell to Arms and For Whom the Bell Tolls. They're great.
Hi, Jack. It's been a while. What are you up to?
Not much. What have you been doing?
Nothing special. Do you have any plans for the holidays?
Yeah, but it's a secret.
Come on, tell me. Where are you going to go for your vacation?
Okay. I might go to England. My sister lives there.
Really? How exciting. Hey, Ben, what happened? I was looking for you all afternoon.
Oh, sorry. I must have been at the pool.
Really? I didn't know you were swimming these days.
Yeah, I'm swimming 3 times a week. I really like it.
Are you going tomorrow, too?
No, I don't have any plans.
Well, why don't we play tennis? I really need to practice.
Sure, that sounds fine.
Robert, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I like reading and listening to music. How about you?
I don't really like books. I like more active hobbies.
Really? Like what?
I love to go roller skating, play volleyball, and go hiking. Oh, and I love to swim.
You sure are active. Do you ever go skiing?
No, I enjoy jogging and dancing, though.
What about movies?
I rarely watch movies. I definitely prefer going outdoors.
What kind of movies do you like?
Most kinds, really. I enjoy horror movies, romances, and comedies.
I like romances too. Are they your favorite?
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't you like science fiction movies?
I think they're a little boring, actually. Do you like them?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like anything with action.
Do you have any hobbies, Tim?
Well, I like photography, and I also enjoy playing computer games.
Do you exercise or do any sports?
I'm not crazy about most sports, but I do like to go bowling sometimes.
Really? Me too. Why don't we go bowling together?
All right. Actually, I'm going this weekend with my friend.
Is it okay if I join you?
Of course. How about meeting me here on Saturday at 3?
Sounds good. I'll see you then. What do you feel like doing this weekend?
How about going to the river park?
Hey, that's a good idea. We haven't been there in a while.
Yeah. If the weather's nice, we can hike or ride our bikes on the trail.
I'll bring some food so we can have a picnic.
Now you're talking. Then again, what if it rains?
Well, if it rains, I guess we can go to the new art museum.
That sounds boring. Why don't we go to karaoke instead?
In the afternoon?
How was your trip to Hawaii?
It was wonderful. I had a great time.
What was the weather like?
It was sunny most of the time, but it rained occasionally.
What did you do while you were there?
A lot. I spent 1 week sightseeing in Honolulu and the Volcanoes National Park.
Volcanoes? You're pretty adventurous. Did you go to the beach too?
Of course. I went surfing every day. I also went hiking and rented a motorbike.
Do you think you'll ever go there again?
Sure. I hope I can see all of the islands someday.
What's your favorite sport? I really like tennis. Do you like to play football? Yes, it's a lot of fun. What do you do for exercise?
I usually go jogging.
Are you good at Taekwondo?
No, I've never tried it.
Are you good at basketball?
Yes, I'm really good at it. How good are you at biking?
I am pretty good. How often do you run?
About 3 times a week. Do you exercise much? No, I hardly ever go outside. Wow, Jim, you look really tired.
Yeah, I've been exercising a lot these days.
Really? When did you start?
Just a few weeks ago. I'm still not used to it.
What exactly are you doing?
I joined a wrestling club.
Huh? I didn't know you liked wrestling.
Actually, I like it a lot. It's a lot more fun than other sports I've done.
Are you good at it?
No, I'm really terrible. I always lose.
Well, you've just started after all. How often do you practice?
I try to go 3 times a week.
That's a lot. I can see why you're tired.
Why don't you try too? You might enjoy it.
Oh, no. I hate fighting sports. I'd much rather play tennis.
Maybe I should try that next.
What's your favorite sport, Trevor?
I'd have to say fishing.
Fishing? Isn't that sort of boring?
Not to me. I think it's peaceful and relaxing.
I guess you don't like active sports very much.
Well, actually, I like watching them, just not playing them.
I see. Anyway, are you good at fishing?
Sure. I usually catch at least 5 fish.
What do you do with them?
I eat them, of course.
Why don't we do something this weekend?
What do you suggest?
Let's go see a soccer game.
I don't like soccer very much. There's not enough action.
Well, do you know if there are any other games?
There's a baseball game in the park every Saturday night.
Baseball's okay.
Actually, I love baseball. I used to watch it once a month at least.
I'm glad you like something. Let's go then.
You look pretty healthy, Kat. Do you do any sports?
I've practiced Taekwondo for a few years.
I had no idea. So, you like martial arts?
Not really. I just like Taekwondo because it's fun and safe.
How often do you practice?
These days I'm practicing 4 times a week.
Wow, that sounds like hard work. Why do you train so much?
There's a tournament coming soon, and I want to do as well as I can.
You must be really good by now.
I guess so. I got 2nd place in the last tournament anyway.
That's great. Just don't kick me.
How do you like this game?
It's okay. It's not that exciting to me, though.
Why not? Don't you like tennis?
I like to play it, but watching isn't that interesting.
Then what sports do you like to watch?
Basketball is really exciting.
Really? Can you play it too?
Well, I can, but I'm really terrible.
Why don't we play sometime?
The truth is, I'm much better at tennis.
You look like you're in good shape.
Thanks. I try to stay active.
What do you do for exercise?
I usually lift weights every Monday and Thursday afternoon.
Do you do aerobics too?
Sure, on Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
What's your favorite sport?
Probably racquetball, but I don't get to play it very often. Do you like any sports?
Badminton is fun, and I like to go bowling too.
Bowling? How often do you go?
Just twice a month, usually. Do you like bowling too?
It's really boring to me. But I do like badminton.
Why do you think bowling is boring?
I like hitting a ball, but I don't like rolling one.
I see. Well, how about tennis?
No, it's too hard. I really just like badminton.
Okay, let's go play it then.
What sport are you best at?
That would probably be fencing.
I had no idea. When did you start?
My parents started me in a fencing class when I was 10.
You must have practiced a lot.
Well, I had to. My coach was really strict.
How often did you practice?
6 days a week. My coach wanted me to go to the Olympics.
Why didn't you? You must have been good enough.
Maybe I was, but the truth is, I didn't enjoy it very much. Are you ready?
Of course. You're definitely going to lose this time.
Why do you think that? I'm still much better than you.
But I've been practicing a lot. 2 hours a day.
It doesn't matter how much you practice. I'm still better.
I'm sure you're going to miss every swing.
It doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball. I can still run faster.
Well, the court's open now. Let's find out.
You look pale. Are you okay?
No, I have a bad stomachache. Do you feel well?
Yes, I'm fine.
How's your flu?
It's gone. I feel much better. What do you do when you have a cold?
Drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. I really want to lose weight.
You should eat less and exercise more.
My skin is so dry and itchy.
Did you try putting on some lotion?
My legs are killing me.
Do you want to sit down for a while?
3.
I'm so sick of this toothache.
You'd better see a dentist.
Hey, Tyrone, your nose is all red. Are you okay?
I have bad allergies. They've been bothering me all week.
I'm sorry to hear that. What are your symptoms?
My nose is really ruddy, and I've got a terrible headache that won't go away.
That sounds pretty bad. Did you take any medicine?
I did, but it hasn't helped. Actually, it seems like it's getting worse.
You'd better go see a doctor.
I don't know. Maybe it'll get better soon.
Even if it's nothing serious, you should still have it checked out.
You're probably right. Can you recommend a doctor?
Mine is pretty good. I can give you his number.
Thanks. Do I need to make an appointment?
Of course. Just call the office and a nurse will set it up for you.
I guess I need to do that as soon as possible.
I hope you feel better soon. Hi, Robert. How's your cold?
Oh, hi, Karen. It's better, but now I've got this cough.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you had it long?
Yeah, it's lasted for 2 weeks. I'm really sick of it.
Are you taking anything?
Just some regular cough medicine, but it doesn't help much. My throat is still really sore.
Why don't you try drinking hot water with honey? It works pretty well for me.
I've never had that. I'll try it and see what happens.
I'm sure you'll be better soon. May I help you?
Yes, I think I've got the flu.
What are your symptoms?
Well, I'm really sore, have a lot of congestion, and a high fever. I'm not coughing or sneezing, though.
You need some extra strength flu medicine.
How much should I take?
2 tablets every 6 hours is enough. You shouldn't take more than that.
Should I do anything else?
Get plenty of rest and drink a lot of fluids. If your flu doesn't clear up in a week, you'd better see a doctor.
Thanks for your help. Why don't you tell me what's wrong?
Oh, my stomach is killing me.
Is there anything else?
I have really bad indigestion, too. It's awful.
When did it start?
Early this morning after I got up. It's gotten worse since then.
Did you eat or drink anything unusual last night?
Well, it was my birthday, so I ate a lot of cake and other stuff.
That's probably the reason. Overeating usually causes those symptoms.
But it's never made me feel this bad before.
I understand. It's just a sign that you're getting older. How are you feeling, Miss Richardson?
Not so good. I've had an upset stomach since this afternoon.
What did you have for lunch?
Just a salad.
Did you notice anything wrong with the food?
Well, the salad did taste kind of funny.
I see. Let me give you some antacids. Let me know if you feel better after taking them.
Thanks, doctor.
Doctor, recently I don't see things as well as I used to.
What do you mean?
During the day I can see just fine, but at night I have trouble seeing signs when I'm driving.
When was the last time you had an eye exam?
About a year ago.
Why don't you come in next week? I'd like to have a look at your eyes.
Do you think something's seriously wrong?
I doubt it. You probably just need glasses.
Okay, I see. Is there anything else I should do?
Well, try not to drive too much at night. I'm trying to live healthier these days. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, I read that you should eat vegetables and fruit with every meal.
Every meal? That's a lot. Some days I don't eat any fruit at all.
You'd better start then. The sooner the better.
Okay. Any other ideas?
Keep active. You should exercise for at least 30 minutes a day.
But I don't have time to go to the gym.
You don't have to. Why not walk instead of driving or taking a taxi, if the place you're going isn't too far?
Now that sounds like something I could do.
And don't skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day.
Wow, you sure know a lot about staying healthy. Honey, how did the appointment with the doctor go?
Okay, I guess.
Did he find out anything besides your sore throat?
Yeah, he told me that my glands were swollen.
Did you tell him that you had a hard time swallowing?
Yes, he did a test to find out whether or not it's a viral infection.
Does that mean you need to see him again?
Uh-huh. I'll have to go back on Wednesday.
This is such a long flight. I'm really starting to feel uncomfortable.
Have you had a chance to stand up and walk around?
No, it's not easy to get up when you're in the middle seat.
That's true, but you should get up anyway. Stretching your legs will help a lot.
You're probably right. Even a little movement would help.
It'll definitely help the circulation in your legs.
Okay, I'll go walk for a little while. I just hope we land soon.
What skills do you have? I can design web pages.
Would you spell your last name, please?
It's Miller. Why did you apply to this company? I'd like to work in a fast-growing company.
How do you like it here?
It's great. Everybody's really friendly. How long have you been working here?
I just started last week. What made you decide to move here? I wanted to live somewhere warm.
Are you going to finish on time? No, we're behind schedule.
Can I have time off next week? I'm sorry, but we're too busy right now.
How long is it going to take you? At least 2 or 3 hours.
What's your name?
My name is Samuel Getta.
Can you spell your last name for me?
It's Getta.
You're applying for a position in our IT department. What kinds of skills do you have?
I'm trained to set up and maintain computer networks.
Why do you want to work for us?
I'd like an opportunity to work for a large company.
Are you willing to travel?
Yes, ma'am.
When can you start?
I can start in 2 weeks after I give notice at my current job.
Okay. We'll contact you next week, Mr. Getta. Thank you for your time.
Thanks. Can you tell me about yourself?
Yes. My name is Liz Williams. I'm 23 years old. I graduated from Indiana University last year. My major was music, and I specialized in piano. I received the first prize at a major music contest in Indiana 2 years ago.
That's very impressive. Do you have any teaching experience?
Yes, I've been a private piano teacher for 3 years.
When can you start?
I can start any time. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I just started last month.
So, how do you like it here so far?
It's great. Everybody's pretty friendly, and I like having a flexible schedule.
What did you do before you started here?
I was working in a printing shop.
What made you decide to change jobs?
I had to commute an hour every day, so I wanted something closer to home.
So, how long does it take to get to work now?
It's only 5 minutes by motorbike. Excuse me, Ms. Yang?
Oh, hi, Paul.
Do you have a moment?
Sure, come on in. Sit down. What is it?
Would it be possible for me to take a couple of days off next month?
Is everything okay?
Oh, yes. It's just that my sister's getting married, and I have to go out of town for the wedding.
Will you be able to get all your work done? It's going to be a busy month.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get everything finished on time.
Okay, that should be no problem. Just remember to fill out the leave request form.
Thanks, Ms. Yang. Hey, Jenny. How do you like your new job?
I like it, I guess. The work's interesting, and I like my coworkers.
You don't sound very excited about it.
Well, the thing I don't like is the office.
Why? What's the matter?
15 of us work in one room, so it's very noisy and there's no privacy.
Really? Don't you have a private cubicle?
No, we don't even have our own desks. We sit right next to each other.
Wow. Do you have any personal space at all?
No, it's really crowded. I only have a small place for my computer and telephone. How's the project coming along, Tony?
We're a little behind schedule, Miss Yang.
What's the problem?
2 of my people have been home sick all week.
That's no good. The deadline is Monday. Can you finish on time?
I don't think we can get it done by then. Can I have an extension?
How much more time are you going to need?
I need another 24 hours.
This is a really important project. I'm depending on you, Tony.
I won't let you down, Miss Yang.
I hope not. You're skating on thin ice this time. What are you doing now, Mr. Wilson?
I work for Bell Systems as a programmer.
I see. How long have you been working there?
I've been there about 5 years.
Do you like your job?
Oh, yes, I like it a lot.
Then why do you want to move to a new company?
My wife and I are having a baby, so I'd like to increase my income. Ms. Moore, can you tell me about your education?
I graduated from the University of Chicago in 1996.
What did you major in?
Computer science.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, I've been a graphic designer at Moon Communications since 2005.
And why are you interested in working at our company?
I'm very interested in photography and travel, and working for your magazine would allow me to pursue both of those interests.
Well, let me tell you some things you'll need to know if you're hired.
Hey, Martin, how did your job interview go?
I'm not sure, but I don't think I got the job.
That's too bad. What happened?
I don't have enough experience with cooking.
Well, maybe they have another position available.
They also need a delivery driver, but I can't drive.
Maybe you can do customer service.
I could, but they need somebody who can work every day.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll find something soon.
I sure hope so. I'm tired of not having any money.